In the annals of baseball history, few personalities shone as brightly as Dizzy Dean. Known for his flamboyant personality and lightning-quick fastball, Dizzy Dean burst onto the scene in the 1930s with the St. Louis Cardinals, captivating audiences with his charm and southern wit. Jay Hanna Dean was born on January 16, 1910 in Lucas, Arkansas, to sharecropper parents. He had little in education, and he often worked the fields with his brothers. To amuse themselves, they began playing baseball with a makeshift ball, usually a rock wrapped in an old sock. In 1926, Dean lied about his age and joined the Army. He didn't excel in the military except as a pitcher for the Fort Sam Houston baseball team. It was during this time that he got his nickname, Dizzy. One story says a sergeant called him Dizzy after doing something stupid. In another story, the Army's team was playing MLB's Chicago White Sox. The opposing manager called him Dizzy Kid during the game. Either way, the moniker fit him, and it stuck. In 1930, he made his MLB debut on the last day of the season. He pitched a complete Game 3 hitter, had 5 strikeouts, and allowed only 1 run. Despite this performance, he did not pitch in the majors the following year. In 1932, at age 22, he pitched for the first time in a full season. Dean had a win-loss record of 18-15. He also led the league in strikeouts, shutouts, and innings pitched. He finished 19th in the MVP voting. The following year, he had a 2018 record and led the league in complete games and strikeouts. During this season, Dean set the modern-era record with 17 strikeouts in a game. He finished 7th in MVP voting. In 1934, Dean had the best year of his career. He had a 37 win-loss record. He led the league in WAR, wins, win-loss percentage, shutouts, and strikeouts. Dean was named an All-Star and later the season's MVP winner. That season, his younger brother Paul, nicknamed Daffy, joined him in the Cardinals. They anchored one of the legendary teams in baseball, the Gashouse Gang, which became folk heroes during the Depression era. During this time, Dean gained a reputation for making public predictions like Joe Namath and Muhammad Ali years later. He once boasted that he and Daffy would win 45 games that season. Dizzy won 30 and Daffy won 19 for a total of 49. He led the Cardinals to the World Series against the Detroit Tigers. The Cardinals won the 7-game series, with Dizzy and Daffy accounting for all 4 wins, each winning 2 games. In 1935, he had another All-Star season and a 28-12 record. He led the league in wins, games started, complete games, innings pitched, and strikeouts. He finished 2nd in the MVP voting behind Gabby Hartnett of the Cubs. The following year, he had a 24-13 record. He led the league in complete games, saves, and innings pitched. In this 3rd consecutive All-Star season, he finished 2nd to Carl Hubbell of the Giants in the MVP voting. In 1937, he was named an All-Star for the 4th consecutive season. During the game, he was hit by a line drive in the toe. He came back too soon and had to change his mechanics. As a result, he hurt his arm and lost speed on his fastball. The following year, he remained hurt, but the Cubs took a chance on him. They bought his contract and paid 3 regular players and the equivalent of about $4 million to get him. He only pitched 13 games, but had a 7-1 win-loss record. He remained hurt and ineffective in his last 3 years with the Cubs. His totals in 1939 to 1941 were 9-7, 49 strikeouts, 151 innings pitched, 2 shutouts, and a 4.11 ERA. In the middle of the 1941 season, he announced his retirement at age 31. In only 6 full seasons and parts of another 6, Dean won 150 games and lost 83 for a winning percentage of 64.3%. He had a 3.02 ERA, 1,163 strikeouts, and a 46.2 WAR. Dean was one of baseball's biggest what-ifs, and people wonder what he would have achieved without his injuries. After his retirement, Dean occasionally played semi-professional baseball, but got a second career as a popular broadcaster. His folksy charm and deep baseball knowledge made him a household name. While broadcasting for the St. Louis Browns in 1947, he remarked he could pitch better than 9 out of 10 guys on the staff. When the wives of the players complained, the Browns' management took advantage to sell more tickets. They took him up on his offer and had him pitch the last game of the season against the Chicago White Sox. Dean faced 14 batters and pitched 4 shutout innings. He continued as a broadcaster for the Cardinals, Browns, and Braves. Later, he joined national radio with Mutual, ABC, and CBS. During his broadcasts, he occasionally signed off with, "Don't fail to miss tomorrow's game." He retired from broadcasting in 1965. In 1952, there was a Hollywood movie based on his life, The Pride of St. Louis. It starred Dan Daly, who played Dizzy Dean, and Richard Crenna, who played Daffy. In 1953, he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, and when the Cardinals reopened the team's Hall of Fame in 2014, he was named one of the inaugural members. Dean died on July 17, 1974. He was 64. Thank you for watching. What heights could Dean have reached without his toe injury in 1937? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Please consider subscribing and liking to see more baseball content.